Hey, fourth graders, Mrs. Blatt here. I'm going to be exploring this page with you today. This is actually out of our social studies book that we use from time to time. It's our Pennsylvania book. Earlier, and actually I think the lesson before this one, so just yesterday, you may have heard that William Penn contributed the idea of more organized streets in cities. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. They had reference page 145 in our books, and that's what I'm going to be showing you today. So this is all about Philadelphia, which we now know has the nickname of the city of brotherly love. So a planned city. As you know, William Penn designed Philadelphia carefully because he expected the people there to be merchants rather than farmers. So if you're a merchant, you're going to be having stores and selling things. A lot of Pennsylvania was farmland at the time, and Philadelphia was not made for farmers. You were going to have busy streets and stores and an abundance of people in there at a time. He located the city close to the place where two rivers met. Trading by ship was the key to the city's economy. By 1712, Philadelphia had become a major center of business. About 20,000 people lived there. On some days, more than 100 trading ships anchored in the port. Trade and business also linked Philadelphia to the countryside. Roads extended from the city in every direction. Philadelphia also became a leading center for education. It was the first city in the colonies to have a library in 1731, a magazine in 1741, and a law school in 1790. Now, the thing that we're going to be focusing on is this part, then and now. So in here where it talks about Philadelphia, it says William Penn wanted Philadelphia to have an organized, workable design, unlike the crooked streets of European cities. So a lot of times in Europe, in those older streets, they did not go nice and straight up and down and across, which we know as blocks today. They were kind of all topsy-turvy. They didn't make sense. Some could even go in circles. So William Penn really wanted to make sure that he fixed that here in the new colonies. Its streets were built to form squares. People could find their way around the city easily. Even though the city has grown since Penn's time, you can still see his original design in what is now downtown Philadelphia. So here is Penn's original plan. So you can see that he planned these streets. So here's a street. All right, this is Market Street. And you see these other streets are intersecting. And you know what? Knowing what we know about arrays from math class, we know that arrays are filled with columns and rows. This is exactly what this is. He made a street system based off of an array. Now, he took this plan and it worked out so well that we continue to grow and use the same plan as they extended the city outward. Many other cities in our country also use the same system. It's very effective, which means that it's easy to work. If you ever go to New York City or Washington, D.C., or even the city of Reading, you will find that there are blocks of streets, which basically means that if I'm going down a block, okay, just like this is set up, you can see that if I'm going to go traveling down the road this way, but I want to get to over here, rather than going a windy, whirly way, I will just take the correct street that will take me there. Along my route, I might have another road passing here, or over here. And where our two roads meet are called an intersection. When we have intersections in the city, so if you guys are ever going into the city or driving through Penn Street or Penn Avenue, or even down Fifth Street, you will notice that there are probably going to be traffic lights that signal drivers when to go and when to stop. That way we're all not just ramming into each other and then you get a ton of car wrecks. We don't want that. So this system also called for that need for traffic lights at those intersections because that is where they are crossing paths. But we have this set up thanks to William Penn. So go ahead and I want you now to answer the question to see what you learned from this.